Hello, and a warm welcome to our 75th anniversary charity draw. I'm Rob, Managing Director of Amar, and with me today is Henry, our Chairman, who most of you will know. We're broadcasting live around the globe to literally tens of people. My last broadcast appearance was 23 years ago on the Channel 4 quiz 15 to 1, and I'm very much hoping today that my appearance will last longer than on that occasion. There's no auto cue, no producer in my ear, no 5-second delay, so plenty of scope for things to go wrong. But the important thing is that in the next few minutes, we're going to be making it a lucky Friday the 13th for 5 charities sharing the £75,000. To remind us why we're here, I'm going to hand over to Henry.
Good afternoon. I rather share Rob's apprehension about live broadcasting. Some years ago, when I was chairman of a trade association, I had to do a live interview on air with Delia Smith. The night before the broadcast, she phoned me to ask if there was any topic I didn't want to discuss when I was interviewed. I told him that I was happy to answer almost every question, but there was one question I did not want to be asked. We assembled in the studio the following morning. Delia Smith arrived about a minute before we went live, and as soon as we were on air, she asked me the one question that I'd asked not to be asked, hence my apprehension. Today, I'm sure everything will go much more smoothly. As we approached 2020, our 75th anniversary, we realized that it was really quite a momentous occasion for our company, 3/4 of a century since my father plucked up courage, borrowed £2,000 and started our family business, which is now in its 3rd generation. Of course, the pandemic interfered with many of our plans, and we had to cancel several of the celebrations we planned for our 75th anniversary. But one thing we were determined to hold on to was the concept of this charity draw. Charity is very much in the DNA of RH-Amar. When my son became managing director, he started a process whereby every member of our company has a charity vote and takes part in deciding which charities we're going to support. Since 2013, our company has donated 1.2 million to charity, involving about 70 separate organisations, and we're very proud of this. Today, we're going to add to the charitable donations we normally make each year with this special draw, which I feel is particularly appropriate this year because so many worthy charities have struggled since the beginning of 2020 to raise funds, having to cancel fundraising activity which would normally form part of their income. So today we're going to hold this charity draw to help those charities that are fortunate to be selected, and I'll now hand over to Rob to explain the process.
So, thank you. We received around 100 nominations covering 73 charities. Some of those are large national charities that we're all very familiar with, but many of them are smaller and regional charities who are less well known. Reading the websites of each and every one of those charities over the last week or so has been a really inspiring process, and I have to say also at times emotional. We're very happy to be making these donations, but I think we need to recognise the real credit goes to the staff and volunteers of these charities who day in, day out deliver the services that the charities provide to so many people. So a big thank you to our customers and brand partners who've made the nominations and engaged in this idea that we had at the start of the year for submitting those nominations. So now onto the draw. We'll be starting with the three £5,000 donations first, then the 10,000, then the 50,000. Just one thing to note, a charity can only win one of the donations, and as some charities have been nominated multiple times, if the same charity is drawn twice, they will receive the higher value donation and we will redraw the lesser value. So over to Henry now with our retro tombola drum purchased recently from a well-known online second-hand retailer to pull out the recipient of the first £5,000 donation. If you can give the drum a little spin.
So the first winner is number 55, the Sussex Wildlife Trust, nominated by Infinity Foods.
Okay, so as Henry said, Sussex Wildlife Trust, obviously based in Sussex, who are work in the field of conservation. We can do the second draw. We'll do another spin.
This winner is number 72, Southern Area Hospice Services, nominated by Savage and Whitton Wholesale.
So that is in Northern Ireland, and they provide hospice care. So third and final of the 5,000 donations.
This is number 63, Click Sergeant, nominated by Morrison's.
So Click Sergeant is a national charity who work in the field of children's cancer care. So now on to the £10,000 donation. We'll do another spin.
So the £10,000 donation is number 91, Great Ormond Street Hospital, nominated by Whitbreads.
So I think most of us will know Great Ormond Street Hospital, Children's Hospital in London, one of the most famous in the world. So very pleased £10,000 will be going to the great work they do. So now, lastly, the £50,000 donation. I think we'll give the drum an extra spin. Make sure it's well mixed up.
Right, an important moment. This winner of the big prize is number 12, Cancer Research UK, nominated by Knighton Foods.
So cancer research, I think, needs no explanation. It was actually nominated by 8 of our customers and brand partners. So delighted that £50,000 will be going to them. Just to recap, the £5,000 donations will be going to Sussex Wildlife Trust, Southern Area Hospice Services and Click Sergeant, £10,000 to Great Ormond Street Hospital, and £50,000 to Cancer Research UK. That concludes the draw. It concludes today's proceedings. So I'd like to say thank you once again to everyone who has engaged and participated in this project. It's been very exciting for us. Glad we got to the end. And it just leaves me to say, be safe, and I hope it won't be too long before we can see each other in person sometime soon. Thank you very much.